This is the web series for the love of BIM, promoting Barbados, everything Bajan Canadian, and everything Canadian Bajan. Welcome to episode 13 in season 3 of the web series For the Love of BIM. I am your host, Sonia Marvel Carter. Last week I told you the pace was picking up. This week I have to tell you the pace is getting hot as the associations are on the last stretch of planning and executing their independence events. The HC and I are preparing and getting ready to record our video messages. But honestly, we are both truly looking forward to the day when we can be all together again at events and deliver our greetings in person. Excitement is in the air as to what will be happening in Barbados re the 55th independence celebration and our move to republic. Even though at this moment the excitement is heavily overshadowed by the significant number of COVID-19 cases we are seeing on island, we must keep praying for our nation and the rest of the world. But while we pray and while we do our part to help eradicate this scourge, we must continue to live and plan for the future. So look out next week when I will unveil the competition for November and the great prizes to be won. Get your game faces on, brush up on your Barbados trivia, and be ready. It will be fun and nationalistic. And to top it off, some great prizes will be up for grabs. Yes, prizes. And while we are on the topic, let's not forget the Barbados-Canada Association is again hosting their virtual independence fundraising gala on November 20th. So get your links, buy your raffle tickets, and participate in the live auction on the night. It promises to be a fantastic affair with exciting entertainment by Gabby and Griner, along with music by Mr. Hunt the DJ, comedic stylings of our own Standpipe Productions, and of course, our resident hosts, who could be a show all by themselves, Cheryl and Denny. November 20th, 6 p.m. Don't forget the date. See the flyers circulating on social media for details on how to purchase your links, with proceeds going to disaster relief in Barbados. And you know we do not ever leave God out of our celebrations. So of course, our multi-faith virtual service will be held on Sunday, November 21st, with a dynamic Barbadian preacher out of the USA delivering the sermon. We will also be joined by the Muslim Mosque in Barbados. They will jointly host the service as we showcase our nationalism and diversity in celebration of independence and the unshackling of the colonial vestiges. And of course, don't forget the flag raisings both in Toronto and Brampton. In Toronto, it will be on November 29th, and in Brampton, the date will be announced very soon. And just before we continue our chat with High Commissioner Clarke, permit me to encourage those of you in the GTA to visit the Art Gallery of Ontario and witness the phenomenal exhibit entitled Fragments of Epic Memory. The curator, Julie, is Bajan and has been accused of being a little biased when it comes to the Bajan aspect of this Caribbean exhibit. But you know we don't mind. And I told her as much when I received a private viewing of the exhibit organized by my friend and colleague, the Honorary Consul for Kenya. And if truth be told, we will soon have to give a Bajan passport to him, as he spends more time in Barbados than I do and is off to Barbados for another visit in a couple days, I believe. I think that makes 5 visits for the year already for him. But anyhow, back to the exhibit. It is truly exceptional, and I encourage everyone to take time to see art in all its forms and fashions, laid out and telling a story or mapping a journey of the Caribbean and its people. Just know that I'm going back to see it again. Now, let's continue our chat with our new High Commissioner, Gline Clarke. What would you say to other Bajan Canadians or Canadian Bajans, as you might put it, who are looking for ways to give back to Barbados? What are the other avenues outside of the healthcare sector?
Barbadians have to ask themselves, what are some of the things I would want to do for my country? What can I do for my country? I think it's a personal thing, because a lot of Barbadians have gone back home. They have seen the country before they left. They have seen where it is at this point in time. Number of us need to ask what it is I can do, I will want to do for my country. There are persons who can give in terms of providing equipment. We need the computers in schools. Most of the schools need computers in terms of laptops and so on in the educational field, but there is a need for us to continue giving to the QEH. That is one of the areas that we need to look at. Outside of the health system, the educational system is important. We need to continue to focus our people on education. And that is one resource that we have as a people, is through our human resource, education and training. We need to provide training for our people back home, some of them, especially the young ones. We need to instill in them that there's a need, if they want to get into the job market up here or in North America, wherever, they have to be trained to do that. We want to encourage persons who want to come here to understand that there's a different climate, that there's a different culture, and that it is not as easy as you may think. Because coming here could be a difficult task in terms of the weather, in terms of condition. Is a different culture. And you have to be prepared to work. You have to be prepared to sacrifice time.
We recently would have had a meeting with the medicinal cannabis industry, the people spearheading that, because of how medicinal, I should say, cannabis is for Canada. Do you think this would be a good investment? We want to roll this out to the diaspora. What can you tell us about that?
Yes, I think that one of the things that we have been doing, I think it is fair to say that we want to be able to provide a quality product. I have seen the brochures, I have seen the various new programs that are being done by the department there, and I'm satisfied that a lot can be done. And of course, Canada has started ahead of us, but the type of plan, the type of program that we are implementing here is of a higher quality, and we will want to learn from the Canadians, yes, but of course we believe that whenever this is done, that it will be of a higher quality product, because not necessarily because of the soil, because of the climatic condition in Barbados. And based on that, the investment for Canadians who wanted to come to Barbados to invest in the cannabis program is important. We have also highlighted the fact that based on what I was told, that they can get companies off the ground in a short order, and we are ready for business.
So outside of the farm labor program and the hospitality sector, what would you tell Barbadians looking to come to Canada? What are the areas and the niche markets that you think they would need to focus their skills on, that Canada, that since you've been here, you've been hearing that Canada may be looking at to hire Barbadians?
Okay, I think the technical skills in terms of good artisans, carpenters, masons, because Canada is looking at a strong building industry right now. It is fair to say that the present administration is looking to roll out and to improve the infrastructure. They will definitely need technical people as this country expands, and as this country open up to immigrants. It will be important for us to provide that skilled person. I have always made a point that in Barbados we need to train our people in these fields. Therefore, the SJPP and the skills training department, vocational skills training, we need to look at our skills. They need to tie it to what the Red Seal program, for example, that is important. We need to stress that these institutions should work hand in hand with what is happening here and vice versa. If you want to train for the overseas market, we have to know what is happening, what they require, and work together. It's one world now, In terms of climate change, that is one of the areas that will take shape in a new direction. Over the course of the next 3 or 4 years, a lot of changes will have to be made in our automobile industry at home, as we have seen up here. And I think that our system of garbage collection is also something that we need to look at. I know that the present ministry is looking at how you separate the garbage, and that's a good thing. In terms of recycling and so on, we have to look at that so that we can help. We can get something out of this society to help improve ours at home, and that's a good thing. So that training is important, and we need to be able to help in whatever way we can to help our new republic society as we go forward. I just want to say, I would like to say to the Barbadians living here and their friends and those who love Barbados, because there are a number of Canadians who have adopted Barbados as their home. We want to be able to encourage all of them, and I love this welcome stamp program that the Prime Minister have introduced. We want to encourage Canadians to make Barbados their first choice of a place of destination, because Barbados is open for business. We're doing well, and I believe once we're able to get this COVID situation under control, that we want to make the whole decade going back home, as the Prime Minister have said some time ago, that we are gathering it was 2020. I believe that we could make the whole decade we gathering for Barbados right up to 2030.
Yeah.
Right? We gathering. So I would like to encourage persons to go back home, to encourage persons to see Barbados, that we at least take a trip back to your homeland. And for the love of BIM. That's why I say that this title, For the Love of BIM, is so apt. That for the love of BIM, let's all journey back to Barbados at least once in this new decade. Let's all try to see how we can help Barbados in this new decade. I know you have a program that I love. I didn't tell you about it, about the one with the NCC, the trees.
Yes.
I feel we need to expand that, where we have a whole group or an area for the Barbadian Canadians.
Yes.
And we need to think that we could invest, we can go back home and see what they can do. But through this medium also, I would like to encourage all Barbadians to come forward and say, what is the one thing you want us to do for Barbados at this time? Because we are a small nation, but we have big ideas.
Thank you, High Commissioner Clarke. We hope you and your daughters are enjoying Canada. And again, we are so happy that you are here with us, and we are looking forward to continuing the work that was started and implementing new and exciting programs, all geared at promoting Barbados and Barbadians here in Canada and at home. Now to the birthday shout-outs.
Happy birthday to you. May all your wishes come true, my darling. Happy birthday to you. Long life, sweet dreams, and more joys and blessings. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You have a nice day.
Special congratulations to all celebrants, especially Maxwell, who turns 3 today, Natalie Burke, one of our great Bajan entertainers, and of course my mom Betty, who celebrates 75 years around the sun on Monday, November 1st. Well, that's all the time we have for today, folks. So join us again next week when I unveil the competition for November, as well as more information about the upcoming independence events, especially those from the Barbadian associations outside of the GTA. Matter of fact, outside of the Ontario province. So be safe, get vaccinated, adhere to the protocols, and continue to play your part to stop the spread of the COVID-19 virus. See you next week.
Hi, this is Dr. the Most Honorable Anthony Gabby Carter, the Gabberts for you. And I'm here by the center that celebrates me. And celebrating our resilience is the theme of the Barbados-Canada Association's virtual Emerald Gala on November 20th. $55 minimum and dressing semi-formal will get you in. We are raising funds for disaster relief and for scholarships. So join us and your friends and family all over the world as we celebrate 55 years of independence for our dear, sweet, loving country, Barbados. See you there on November 20th.
That I say that the beach belong to we.
You have been watching For the Love of BIM.